Hello, James here, and I'm gonna make this video rather short. It's just a follow-up to close off the series of videos I have on trying different ROMs on my HD2. So, my T-Mobile HD2, as a summary, came with Windows Mobile 6.5, and I've had just a nightmare of a time using it. There's always something wrong with it. The latest thing is I went back to the Windows Mobile ROM and used it for a month because there was a big update this past year, Q4 of 2010, and the update to me didn't really seem to fix any of the previous problems I had, such as the most prevalent being messages that I delete reappearing in my email and also my SMS. What it did seem to do was not allow me to close any of my programs properly, and when I reopen them I get some kind of certificate error, and these are the programs that were built in to the HD2, not programs I downloaded separately. So that really upset me because I either had to then go to Task Manager, close them and open them again, or I had to reboot my phone in some cases. Didn't want to reboot my phone every day or every hour or every however many times it gave me the error. So I totally scrapped Windows Mobile and now I'm back on Android. The problem though is with the HD2 is all the different Android ROMs that were available. They were home-cooked ROMs, and hats off to all the people that were doing that because they were just as frustrated as I was. But they didn't always work consistently between all the different people using them, and I couldn't figure out why everyone had such a different experience. There were three main things I found that seemed to give you a better experience. Actually, there were more than three, but three main ones, and that is one, I had to upgrade my radio, or I upgrade the Windows Mobile ROMs that were launching the Android ROMs. I used Chucky Droid. You can go to XD Developers or Google Chucky Droid, and that's a very basic slimmed down ROM with nothing extra. So that was the one thing, and to couple with that, I upgraded my radio. I'll show you the radio version in a little while. The second thing I did was I reformatted my SD card because that's where the Android ROM runs from. I formatted it with 32K blocks, and let's see, the last thing I did was the SIM card. You know how your T-Mobile phone comes with a SIM card with all your phone information and everything. I removed my SIM card lock before I installed Android, and then I added the SIM card lock back in after Android was fully installed. I found that for some reason, if my SIM card lock was there during the install, it would fail and I would have basically constant freezes and random reboots. But if I installed Android without the SIM card lock and then I put it back, everything seemed fine. So let's take a look and see what we have here. And by the way, I've tweaked out my Android phone with customizations that I wanted. Certain background. And by the way, it's slow right now because my Wi-Fi is turning on at the same time. There, it's responding well now because it's already turned on. I tweaked it out with a bunch of applications that didn't come with this ROM, but first let's take a look at the ROM itself. Software information. Android 2.2. Here's my I believe that's it right there. Baseband version 15.4.2.50.11. Software number 2.14. I don't know if any of this is going to make any sense to anybody, but take a look at the build number. MiJ Froyo Sense version 2.5 NextSense. The MiJ Froyo Sense ROM is the one that I actually ended up using. It seems to work well with everything, with my Bluetooth, my headset that didn't work with any other ROM, didn't give me any kind of weird sounds. The GPS works great, seems to pick up pretty fast. What else? The camera seems to work. I got two cameras on there, so I need to really verify the settings on the camera themselves, but it appears that one of them, even though it doesn't seem to be a setting, seems to work in a very high resolution. The video works fine, YouTube playback works fine. I mean, everything that's supposed to work works. And now the things that were known to be not working, which in most cases were some Bluetooth headsets, strange green line on the top of a YouTube video and things, everything, that all seems to be fixed in this build. Battery life. Battery life has always been a trouble, but I've been using some additional applications. One of them is set CPU, and I've got custom profiles to lower my CPU based on the amount of battery, if my screen is on or off, or if I'm charging. And that's something that you'll just have to tweak yourself with however you use your phone, because everybody uses their phone a little differently. I am using the advanced task killer, being very careful to exclude the applications that I want to keep running. And the one that pretty much saved me is this one right here. And for the life of me, I can't remember what the heck it's called. Juice Defender. And I actually bought that off of I bought the full version off of the market. And this one allows me to set profiles for my day and nighttime usage of the phone. Basically what this does, the way I'm using it, is if I turn my screen phone off, all my data connections stop unless it's already in use and having high traffic. In which case, when it slows down, goes down to near nothing, it'll stop all my radios. Well, not my radios, excuse me, stop my APN. And it'll check, the way I have it set, it'll check for 3 minutes every 1 hour. So I, will get email messages or my, the weather to sync and whatnot throughout the day. Otherwise, when I turn my screen on, it automatically first checks if I have a Wi-Fi connection. If I do have a Wi-Fi connection, it'll use that. Otherwise, it'll go back to my 3G or 2G or whatever's available. Edge, perhaps. That has been saving my battery quite a bit, that unless I'm watching YouTube videos and downloading all kinds of things throughout the day, my phone battery will last mostly throughout the day. Otherwise, a quick 10-15 minute charge while I'm in the car actually helps my battery along to last throughout the day. I'm not using the stock home screen. I'm using something called Launcher Pro, and that might be why it's a little bit sluggish looking, because I got a lot of things running. This ROM comes with Sense, HTC Sense, and it performed really well. If you just want your phone to work, I would recommend trying this ROM, the MiJ Froyo Sense, because everything seems to work. Remember my tips from the beginning of the video. I've been using this ROM with my customizations for about a week, and it has been running perfectly. And that closes this chapter. I'm just going to keep using this ROM until this phone completely dies or gets run over by a car, and I'll buy a new phone after that. What will I buy? I don't know. Windows Phone 7, the next Android, an iPhone, who knows. But for now, this phone, beautiful.